what we have right now. It might not be like the best, but we can try and manage what we have for now, right? So what I want to talk about, what I want us to just learn this evening is about Open Interpreter. I don't know if you have Open AI, if any of you has Open AI somewhere. So we just open that's do you have ChatGPT, openai.com?
Yeah, I have ChatGPT.
Okay. So just to log in, uh, you go to your API key here and look for where are those API things. Where is it? There are several things here, but I will just worry ourselves with them.
You can try settings.
Settings, right? They keep changing this thing. I don't even understand. API keys. So I don't even. I had one, but I mistakenly exposed it, so they deleted it for me. So I will just try to create one.
Where do we get it in settings?
Okay, see it here. It's API keys. Can you see that?
Hold on. So I go to settings, then where?
You click on API keys.
That's on from ChatGPT.
Yes.
Let's see that.
So you can see platform.openai.com. Then there are API keys here.
Okay.
You have to be careful, if not, it's going to chop your. Okay, I think you just click on this symbol here. You see the API keys here.
So mine is not taking me. Okay, let me open a fresh one.
So this the Open AI symbol here. I think if you just go, you see the. So I created some, but like I said, I mistakenly exposed it to the internet, and so if they have a way of knowing that that is happening, they will protect you. I don't know why I forgot, and I allowed that to happen. So I'm going to create a secret key, but what I want to do is that I will not share it in public. So when you do that, they will allow you to copy it. Even though if I share it, there will be no. So you see, like, it is not complete, so it's not like completely exposed. So nobody can steal it. Yeah, it's not completely. So there's you see a copy sign by the side, but I'll still revoke it anyway. So then you just click on copy here.
Can you just share your screen so that?
Yes, that was what I was trying to do. Then it kept multiplying my screen, and I don't know why. Let me repeat that. If it does it again, I'll have to stop. Give me one moment. Let me see. Is it this one? What can you guys see?
Windowed projector preview.
Well, can you see me on it too?
Yeah, we can see you on it.
Okay. Oh, how is it now? Is it clear for you?
It's not readable.
I don't understand what you mean by it's not readable. Maybe I have to just abandon this guy and switch to Zoom. um, can you see what I have now?
Yes.
We can see, but the characters are quite tiny.
Oh dear.
So it's not something we'll be able to read from our own screen.
Okay. Dr. How now?
Fine, sir.
Yes, I know.
There's no good evening.
Good evening. So if I, no, not you. I do this. Is it larger now? Hello?
No, it's not. Not readable.
No.
Anyway, we're just experimenting. I need to, if this doesn't work, it works smoothly with Zoom, but I kind of don't always like Zoom because I feel anybody can connect to this one. But but let's see how it goes. I'll try and check in case of next time. All right, cool. All right. So, but you people prefer when I share my screen, or you prefer, if you can enlarge my video where you are seeing me. Don't you think that one is better? How was it better? Which one was better for you? Sharing my screen or
sharing your screen will have been better.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
So maybe you take us back from the beginning. Let's see how you got to.
Okay. So what I did was, this was what I clicked on. This icon here. Then I went to API keys. Then selected API keys. Then there's a place to create new secret key. So this one, ideally, you shouldn't allow anybody to see it. Like they will even allow you to see it after it has gone. So when you click on create new API, you have to try the name of, you have to ask for the name. So I wrote open in capital because that's what I want to use. So then you click on
You
create.
guys listen.
Then you click on you click on create secret key. That should work. So once you're done with that, you can go to your, what do you call it? Your command prompt. Liberty, I'm sure you can do that. Is anybody following me so that I can tell them what to do? You can click on your PowerShell. So if you are here, what you will need to do, just, this is a Python environment. Can you see? Is it clear enough? This is your Python environment, and I'm using Mamba, but you can use Conda. Let me just use Conda, what everybody should. So I want to create a new environment in Python. This is the only tech thing you're going to do. I'm going to give it a name. What do you call it? You can just call it Sysen AI. And then I want to use Python. You're not going to code. The open interpreter is the one that codes. So this is the Python it's going to use. So I will just run this. The reason why we create environments is because we want to separate it with any other thing, because it's going to bring several things inside, and I don't want it to conflict with something else. So it's just like you just give it a separate home. Let it stay there. If you want to delete it, you delete the whole. All right, so I'll just say yes. Whatever it's saying, I don't know what it's saying, I'll just say yes. So if you actually follow the video step by step, you should be able to do that. So what I want to do is I want to activate that environment. I'm in a base environment. I want to go to that environment. So I can just say conda, just like the root there. You can copy and paste, but I don't want to copy it because already my key is on my clipboard. If I copy that, I'll delete my key, and I don't have the key anyway. I can't have access to it anymore. So I'd rather just type it by hand, making sure I don't make any mistakes. Send AI, and yeah, so this is good. So I'm already in that environment, so that's clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install Open Interpreter. These are the only technical steps you need to do. What is this? Oh, I didn't spell it correctly. I must have used the wrong spelling. Is anybody with me? I'm not hearing anybody.
I'm here. We're here.
Okay. Rex,
Someone is raising.
Welcome, Rex.
Yeah, he's raising his hand. I think Rex is raising his hand, so I don't know.
Okay, Rex, let's say something. Rex? I don't know if there are some people here trying to join. So we're waiting for it to finish installing. I think this is the only technical part we'll deal with. But
I was just signifying my presence. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that was what I thought. Welcome, Rex.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. All right, so I think we're done. You can see my cursor. My cursor is blinking, so I'm done. So all I need to do is just type interpreter. I must have done it before, so the thing should me. And let's see. Okay, my antivirus is just trying to be sure it's not something harmful. Someone wants to join. Why can't I see where to add people? Okay, admit all. So it has stopped. Okay, it has actually started. So this is where you put your API key. So as usual, like I said, I will just remove. I will just paste it. Remember, I copied it. Did I copy it? It's not working. So maybe I didn't copy it very well. All right, so we'll go back again. You guys will see me do it again.
We can't see the screen. We're just seeing your. Okay, fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's what I did. I didn't show the screen. Yeah, I actually removed the screen so that the password will be. So I have to create a new one. So let me create a new one again. So you click on this, then you type the name. I'll just call it that. Then I'll click on create secret key. I will do it. I'm going to revoke it anyway. So then I'll copy it here. Then I'll say done. You can see it's here, right? Then I will go down and get my PowerShell. Then this is where I drop my API key here. So since I'm going to revoke it, so probably it's there. It's not showing. Oh, okay. So that means it has been accepting it since I didn't know. It just doesn't show it. Okay, so we're actually done. So what does it do now? show me all the files and directories on my desktop. So it takes over your computer. It can do anything for you, really, if you have that. It will allow you to. So it's showing me all the things on my desktop. Okay, saying there's an issue. Okay, there's a strong possibility that I was dropping several API keys. I don't know if you guys understand what happened. So I'll just do something just to cancel that. Let me see. I'll say set X. Okay, let me do it. Interpreter.
Screen sharing has stopped.
So you have seen me?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we're back where we start to show. Okay, let me say list out all the folders on my desktop. How do I do this? Create an exception. So it's going to my desktop, my system, and then checking all these things. Yep, run the code. So it keeps trying until. So these are all the files on my desktop. Some of them is showing me. So I already have a folder called Open Interpreter. So I can ask it to open the folder called Open Interpreter and tell me the files contained in it. So okay, I'm more of a Windows person, so I'm using the word folder, but apparently they prefer to use directory. They are really improving this so that you can even be talking to it and it will be responding to you. So that means you have full control of your operating system. You can do whatever you want. So why is it? I don't know why it's not going into it. Just let's do. Yes. Okay, it has gone in there. Okay, so these are the list of the stuff I have. So what do we do? I was actually hoping a doctor would join us, and we now have a doctor that joined us. But before we do that, let's play around with the things I had in mind first. Let me tell you to summarize. Let me see, which book do I have? What is contained in German Wikipedia.pdf? Give me a summary. So actually, what happens is that, okay, it's getting an error. It will continue from there. The code interpreter is a coder. It's like a Python coder, any code that you need. or any programming language. So it will do the coding. You don't have to know anything. Well, technically, sometimes you don't need to know. It's good to know sometimes, but so it knows what it needs. It will download what is required. Then it will try to perform a task for you. So you don't necessarily have to be very good at coding, but it can do quite a number of things. Let me say yes. It's going to install it. Let's try to install it on the system. And then the good thing with this is if you've done it once or twice and it has installed all these things, next time it's going to be sharp. It will not be wasting time. Yeah, I have to be pointing yes. So it's having an error. So it's going to look for another one. So I try to code, and sometimes I have these problems whereby I'm looking for something and it's not there and I don't know what to do. But like if it's stuck, it will go back and look for what to do itself. Let me see what okay, so can you see what it is telling me now? It has done everything it needs. It has gotten all the libraries it needs. So now it's telling me the summary of which is true. I'm taking some German classes, and these are some of the things we kept together with my instructor. So this PDF appears to be a record of German language lessons, presumably with a teacher named Pierre. It contains text representing dialogues, vocabulary lists, grammatical structures, and even links to external materials. The text is context heavy, indicating it might be using language immersion. It really understands it. It really, really understands it. Wow. All right. Give me a list of the other documents in this folder. Okay, they used to say directory. Let me use the correct language now. It's not folder, but directory. Yep, go ahead. All right, so what do we have again? Let me just copy this. This is one of the things I downloaded to use. All right. Open the file and do a statistical. Who are the statisticians in the group? Statistical what? Analysis of the data contained. So now I'm trying to be a data scientist without being a data scientist. Good. So let me see what it does. It's going to open it, see what is there, and it's going to tell me what is inside. So it's telling me the libraries it needs. And I don't have it installed on this environment, so it's going to install it. Let me tell it to go ahead. So then next is Dr. Sam here.
Yes, I am.
What you are more into cervical cancer, right? Or maybe we should go
cancer generally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit biased towards doctors because all of us, one way or the other, for us, like we need a doctor. So when I say doctor, I tend to respect them.
Thank you. Well done. Yeah.
So it's going to open it. So let's just give it a few minutes for it to do all this. Let me speak like patience. Continue. Why is it taking time? Okay, it's going to import the document and it's going to open it. Okay. It's trying to print out what is inside. It's trying to write out everything, but let's just see. This is actually correct. You just put out the first 5 rules of the data inside. Okay, you guys can see this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just printed out the first 5 rules of what's in the data, what's on the data set, which is actually true. Let me just shut down this. All right. So it has done that. So where is it? So let's compute. So let me tell you, go ahead. It seems it doesn't like that continue I use. It was taking time. So we're going to now perform some analysis. It's having a problem. So it needs to import a library called NumPy. It doesn't have it. So I mean, as a data scientist, this is what I spend my time doing, right? Now, it is the one doing it now. I don't even need to bother myself too much. So it's reducing the work. So anybody can do this. What has it done? Okay.
Ricky, wait. Are you saying all the things we learned some
Yes.
few years ago?
Yes.
This guy is demystifying everything.
This guy is even beyond you. All that karate you're doing, all that, this guy is doing it for you.
This is interesting.
Yeah, it is. So it tried to do. We tried to. I know what it did from the output here. I know what it did. So let's. So who? I mean, the doctor. I'm sure you have done some research. Or anybody who has done some research. What other forms of statistical analysis do you think? Do you want to see a graph? What do you want to see? These are just the people who boarded the Titanic some years ago, and the ones that survived and the ones that died.
We can see a graph. Let's see how it works.
Okay. Plot is a pie chart now. So what we use a pie chart. Survivors by age, gender. Well, if I'm wrong, it's going to correct me. It's not complaining. I don't know what happened. It's restarting it. It's supposed to continue from where we stopped. But yeah, something happened. So I have to tell you where to go to. Go to they told me to use the word directory. Open on my desktop and open file to what the required crowd for survivors versus those who. I'm watching too much English for it. I'm actually supposed to increase the context. I've not done it. So it's working. I think they want to get a desktop version of this, so you don't need to do all this while I just download it like any app and start using it. You guys can all see this, right? But it's not printing the chart. Okay, once you check if there's a missing data. Okay, this is a clean data set I gave it, so there's no missing data. It's going to start plotting. So Liberty, if you don't know if you have an issue with remembering some of the codes, this guy can remind you.
So if they were missing data, will it
he would ask
work on that?
He would ask you what you should do with it. So it's giving me the matplotlib code he wants to use and asking me whether he should execute it. But if I've done interpreter and I put Y, it wouldn't be asking me, it would just be doing it because I kind of trust it. I mean, if you know coding, you know what it is writing. You will not scrutinize it.
Yeah. I'm actually seeing some.
So we don't have matplotlib, so it's going to install it. So that's why it keeps going, iterating like that. And you know, the good thing, you don't have to pay for API keys. Like this one that we are doing now, I'm going to pay for what we are doing. But there are some, what do you call them? You can use open source models now. It will just be smooth. Go ahead. It's a bit clunky, but if I'm going to do this from my head, I have to be Googling here, looking for that, and it will take a while. So let's So once it makes a mistake, I mean, who can type this code very fast like this? Very few people. So you look at how fast it's typing, same mistakes, going back and correcting it. It has even plotted, it has even created a PNG file for us. Where is the PNG file? Oh, open it. There you go. So the number of males are Paris, the number of males are survived, the number of females are Paris, number of All right, so where's our doctor?
This is very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna make research work very easy.
A lot easier, so you don't need to call us and
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. There's this place called
All right.
UCI Machine Learning Repository. So if I go there, we find quite a number of data sets. So normally it's from here we download any data we want to play with. So this heart disease, doctor says, let me see if there's any chance of cervical cancer. Yep, I'm seeing risk factors. Which one would you want? There's cervical cancer behavior risk and the cervical cancer risk factors. Doctor, you're the one that knows the difference. Dr. Chris, we can hear you.
Sorry. You say risk factors and then what? Can't read that.
Behavioral risk, yeah, it's small. Behavioral risk.
Okay. So let's do risk factors.
All right, let's check risk factors. So there they are. So let me see what data sets we have. Can you read this?
Yep.
I don't know why they didn't list out the features. Okay, so here, sorry, doctors don't have problems with some of the things we're seeing here. Number of pregnancies and all that. Number of,
Yeah.
So if you have got kids watching, that's time to go away. This is a doctor thing. So should we just use it like that? Should we download it?
Yes.
All right, so let me, where are you? Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where's my desktop? here. Let's go with this. All right, there you are. Open interpreter. I'll just copy that. And I'm gonna, okay, this is CSV file. Let's go back to our command prompt. I mean, most people who are not tech guys will not like to be working with a command prompt. So I think they're trying to create a desktop app that you just be probably chatting like I'm chatting with it like this. I've seen somebody who was able to connect it to a voice prompt. I just don't have the time to sit down. He said he spent some time doing it, so you can talk to it and it will type all this. It would convert it to text, command the open interpreter. Then when it has a reply, it would convert it to voice, then you hear it, and you can be interacting with it. It's a bit slow, but can do the job. Go to
Okay.
my desktop and open the file. Open interpreter directory. Contents. So in fact, if you're doing a research, what you're doing, you can ask it to convert it to PDF. You can use that to submit to your supervisor if it's okay. You imagine your supervisor just wants you to print only that chart that we printed. You can just ask you to convert it to PDF, and then you go through. Once you're okay, if you don't like it, you tell it back, okay, change these changes. And yeah, you can go and print it. So this is you can see the heading, right? I don't know what is here. Sorry, I don't think you can.
Yeah, it's the risk factors. Yeah.
Okay. So generally, like you know, if you have this for a patient, what would you do with the data?
Yeah. So trying to we definitely would want to analyze the risk factors. Maybe you want to compare the age group, what risk factors is more in what age groups, and things like that.
Okay,
And
so
then
what do I tell you to do?
Okay, so maybe the commonest risk factors amongst all age group. Then let's plot. Okay, we could do a pie chart too, a bar chart or something, just to look at the frequency of the risk factors, right? So with that, at a glance, you'll be able to see which of the risk factors are more prevalent.
Let me see what I understand what I just. Yeah, I think he knows I'm talking about that file. So yep. Now it's going to be faster because it's already installed all these things. You know, that time he will say, let me install, but now it knows that yeah, so it has. Sorry, I'm trying to admit people. Yes. All right. So doctor, over to you. This is Greek to me. So these are the age groups, right? So you can see 15 to 24 based on the data we have. You can see 23 to 25. Do you think this is correct? Doctor, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
It's a bit, I mean,
For our environment, no.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes. We should be talking 35 to.
So maybe the people that came, they were much younger people. Because here I'm seeing 15 to 24. I don't think he probably doesn't understand what it requires. Can you and I, let me just check the heading. Maybe he doesn't know the heading he should check. Let
Yes,
me
not.
just, yeah, he doesn't know where to check. So if we see it, we can tell it what it needs to do, right? Because did it compare it with the smokers? Did it compare it with what else did it compare it with?
No. It's just analyzing the age groupings,
Yeah, so it's
not
only
comparing the risk.
yes. So it's just saying, okay, on this data, these are a number of people from this age to this age. Yeah, that's
Yes,
what it
yeah.
If you were going to perform it manually, doctor, how would you do it so that we tell it to do it like that?
I think it has done what you're supposed to do for the age groups. This is just trying to find out which age groups come down with cervical cancer commonly.
Okay.
Right. So another thing we may just want to evaluate now would be what's the commonest risk factors for cervical cancer among this population.
So do you think
So
this heading here is that
what heading?
I'm trying to look. I just touched it now and it appeared. I'm not using Windows Access. There's one. Sure, you cannot see it. I'm trying to make it wide. Can you see there's something here about cancer? I don't know how to enlarge this.
Can you take your cursor there?
Yeah, this place where my cursor is. Can you see it?
Okay.
So I don't know whether that is a cancer itself or it's another form of DX colon cancer.
That's diagnosis.
That's what?
Diagnosis.
So they have been diagnosed with cancer, right?
Yes.
So do we perform a sort of a linear regression or what would you advise?
Those diagnosed with cancer, I think they try to evaluate the risk factors, those that have those risk factors, and then who was diagnosed with cancer. I think that's what that column is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, a linear. Yes. So it will be kind of like a linear thing.
Okay.
If this risk factor is there, does it automatically, predispose? Of course, there are other factors. It's not always that if you have this risk factor, you will definitely develop the disease eventually. But there are some of the risk factors that, they tend to commonly predispose the woman to that. For example, oops, that has gone up.
Oh, okay, you want to see it, right? Okay, let me go back.
I was just trying to look at.
Enlarge view.
Okay, I couldn't view the other place.
Sorry, I'm using too many things and I'm testing them for the first time during this call as I'm stuck a bit. This is full screen, but it's not showing.
The other side.
What side are you looking at?
The left on the screen now.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Age, number of sexual partners, and all that.
Okay.
Number of years being a smoker, how many packs by day, then hormonal contraceptives, and IUDs, whether they have IUDs. And there are biopsies.
So can we do frequency of risk factors, then cancer development, diagnosed cancer? So we can plot against number of cases per risk factor.
Okay.
Those that have cancers as against the risk factors versus cancer. So you can also do a bar chart for that. So number of cancer cases, then risk factors. So they give us smokers how many, like that. The only thing I'm not sure how it is going to be able to do if somebody has more than one risk factor. How is it going to interpret that?
Yeah, we could just for you who knows what you want to see, you can just keep querying it until it gives you what you think it makes sense.
If, for example, someone is a smoker who has multiple sexual partners, cervical cancer risk has been created and saved. Okay. Again, you could also check. Another thing we could analyze is those with multiple risk factors compared with those with single risk factors. If you have multiple risk factors, does it predispose you to having more cancer? And then is there one most important risk factor that we want to consider? If you have that one and any other one, the chances increases. So those are some of the analysis we may want to do, so that you are now looking at that one most important risk factor, which in cervical cancer generally they talk about the human papilloma virus. So I don't know if you study.
I saw HPV there.
Yeah, HPV.
I saw HPV there, so I think it's there. So let's see, it's trying to plot. It's having errors. And I'm sure Liberty knows the problem. So that is where Liberty, that's where your skills will come in now. When it is getting stuck like this, you can enter it and correct it.
Yeah, okay.
So sorry for those of you joining just now. We're trying to install. We have just installed the something called Open Interpreter, and then it's coding for us. That means you don't. I mean, if it works the way it should work, you don't need to code as much as you would need. You would do everything. So we're trying to check. We're trying to have a doctor to check some risk factors and some analysis. I mean, I may be asking you the wrong questions. We're trying to get a feel of how it works. After a while, I think, based on the kind of work you're doing. Okay, it didn't. Okay, it has. It has. Just like I don't think doctor can see this. It has done something. So age, it has done it by age. And there are 3 people who are around 50 years old who had. Okay, this is the age group.
Okay.
And all the people that have had the cancer, so the different risk factors they have. Like this one doesn't smoke, obviously, so no number of years smoking and all of that. And has never used hormonal contraceptive. But I think there are 8 of them around this age that have it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the ones that are up to 188. See, their age is around 27. So they have number of pregnancies 2, the number of number of sexual partners, and even though it truncated some of the data here. These are biopsies, cytology. These are big words. It's you people that know what is here.
Yeah.
It's doing that. Okay, look at, you can see all of them, one. All the people that have cancer.
Yeah.
So these are all the risk factors they have. So you say you prefer a bar chart or okay. It's saying you want to run something. Let me see.
That.
Okay, so you can see what it's doing, right? The count of patients diagnosed with cancer who also have smoke as 1, indicating the smoke is 0.
Mm.
But it is time to interpret it for me. I don't know why. So this might be misleading due to the current data set or issues with the data. So smoking is a risk factor generally?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a risk factor.
So maybe this data we have doesn't seem to have anybody who just smokes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for some reason, he just took on the smoking thing and he wants to go deeper into it. Let's see what he finds out. So Liberty, how is your installation going?
No, I've not even started. I didn't want to miss any of this, so
Okay.
Let me follow it first.
So it's a bit clunky, but in fact, this is the first time I've taken it for a spin this far. Let me see how much they'll charge me tomorrow. So I think next time I have to find a way of connecting it to the open source ones. So it's let's let me ask you. Plot a bar chart for this. So it's suggesting what he wants to do. If you don't think that's what you should do, you should tell it. So this literally takes over your system. That's why when it does it, it just opens it for me to see if I give it the permission.
Is there a chance that this can malfunction and then not telling you is error?
Yes. What we tell people, don't trust it as if that is your professor telling you what to do. You can make mistakes.
Okay.
That I mean, if I want to do a major analysis, maybe because I'm still a data scientist, I will sit down and do it myself.
Okay.
But if I do it myself and I tell it to do it and I see that they're the same, after a while, I'm going to trust it.
Okay.
Yes. So, but for something very small that you can manually verify, you can just do it. It doesn't make sense. Why is this one not making sense? You can try it again tomorrow and compare it. If it begins to show different variations in the way it's doing it, then you know that's the problem. But if you see it's consistent, because you shut down your laptop tomorrow, you won't do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has created a plot. So I want you to open it. Let me see. So this is our plot. Okay, there's nothing for the smokers on this data. So that's why it's just 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a data set. It's just what somebody curated. So you on your collection now, maybe on your system, maybe what you have is different. So maybe you see something else based on the patients that have come to you and all your, all the people you've met, your clerks. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions? Let's see how we go about this. I'm sure we all have work tomorrow.
Sure.
So I will host this. I don't know if I don't know where people see this. I recorded everything I did as much as I can.
Okay, so you can share it with us. So we.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you want to go over it again and then play around with it. Like I said, if it does analysis for you, you can tell it what you want. It will create a PDF for you, and you can use it for something else. Like you said, doctor, you can go and print it if you like what the analysis it has conducted.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you to do other things like maybe use a library like XGBoost. Liberty will know that one, or any data scientist here will know that. Then it will go into deeper classifications, then checking which of the risk factors listed is heavy. So
okay.
that's going beyond linear regression. So it's going to we're going to classification. So all the variables we give you, the features we give you, the parameters, it will weigh and see which one seems to be heavier, which one seems to contribute more, which one contributes less. Yes, if we need to delete them. But I'm sure because the doctors who curated this know that all of them are significant. So I can't on my own go and delete them. So I have to consult a doctor. Do you think I should remove smoking? Or do you think I should remove HPV? Say, no, don't remove all those ones. Then I'll say, okay. But then when we do the analysis, it will show which one contributes more to our prediction being accurate.
Yeah.
The data set we have is just 36. It's not really much. Is it 36? What did I say? Was it 300? It would be good to have up to 1,000 or more. So if we really want to tackle this, if you, doctor, you have something like that that's up to that, we can use that. Or we go around looking for other places, maybe places where people have done competitions with it, and maybe they have several entries. If there are more, then we play around with it. Yeah. That we can do. Okay.
Okay.
Good stuff, yeah.
So, well.
Okay, thank you. Ricky, sorry. Thanks for. I hope we'll have more of this.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try and help. Like I said, just one. If I see one person, we'll do something.
Okay, it's really not easy giving us your time for free. People pay for this information, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Rex, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, so Ricky, maybe we'll get to talk behind the camera on this.
Good. I mean, anytime.
Let's see how we can get some young secondary school lads that will be interested.
Cool.
Let's see how we can put them through the basics on virtually. Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
If it will be during a holiday period where they know they have access to computer and stuff like that, let's take them through a session.
Yeah.
So I'll see how we'll organize and maybe start something around the second term school break.
You ever have a timeline? That's good. Doctor doesn't waste time.
So that they'll benefit from this.
Yeah, that's true.
The world is going this way, so the earlier we expose them, the better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Liberty and I are very happy that we got into this when we did. Because now we know what is happening. We're not like, okay, we are confused. We know where we are going. Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
You.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.